Welcome to this explainer. Today, we're totally shattering this massive, incredibly destructive myth. You know the one, the idea that to fix your life, you need 6 months, a total overhaul, or some shiny New Year's resolution. Honestly, you don't. We're going to dive into some fascinating stuff that shows you don't even need a sudden burst of motivation. What you actually need? Just 3 days. Over the next few minutes, we're unpacking exactly how to reset your trajectory in just 72 hours. Not perfectly, but powerfully. Let's get into it.
Part 1. The trap of waiting, and exactly why we stay so stuck.
So look at how things are right now. You might recognize this pattern in yourself. We've got these huge, ambitious dreams, right? But our actual day-to-day execution, it looks more like we're training for an Olympic gold medal in doom scrolling. And the worst part is, we know exactly what we should be doing. We know we should be working or studying or hitting the gym, but we just don't do it. Why? Well, it's because we fall into this massive psychological trap. We sit around waiting to feel ready. We literally wait for the stars to align or for motivation to just strike us like lightning while we're sitting on the couch. Spoiler alert, it's not going to happen.
This perfectly captures our modern epidemic. It's not a lack of information. Seriously, you can learn how to build a rocket on YouTube for free right now. What we actually lack is personal control. We have all the maps in the world, but we absolutely refuse to put our hands on the steering wheel just because we don't kind of feel like driving yet.
Section 2. Action creates clarity. This is the core philosophy.
Now, here is the harsh, but honestly incredibly liberating truth. You are never ever going to actually feel ready. And you know what? That is completely okay. You don't need fixing in some deep therapeutic sense. You're just undisciplined in the right direction. And this brings us to the entire focus of today's explainer. Action creates personal clarity, not the other way around. But why? Because taking physical action immediately shatters that endless loop of overthinking. The moment you start moving, you get instant, real-world feedback. You don't sit in a dark room and map out your perfect life purpose. You just start walking, and the fog literally lifts with every single step. Action is the ultimate generator of clarity.
Section 3. The 3-day reset. Moving from chaos to clarity.
You see, you don't need to fix your entire life today. That's way too overwhelming. In fact, it's exactly why we freeze up in the first place. Instead, we're going to shrink your horizon down to just 72 hours. This 3-day reset is a practical, step-by-step journey to reset your habits, build your discipline from absolute scratch, and most importantly, prove to yourself that you're actually capable of moving forward. We're going from cutting the noise to taking action to ultimately cementing a brand new identity.
Let's start with day 1. The assignment here is super simple, but it is definitely not easy. You must completely cut the noise for 24 hours. Strip away everything that's distracting you, no random scrolling, no useless content, no late-night rabbit holes. For one entire day, your phone is a tool, not a pacifier. And let's be real with each other. It's going to feel super uncomfortable. You're going to feel restless, you'll probably reach into your pocket to check for phantom vibrations, but you have to embrace that discomfort. That boredom, that anxiety, that's actually a good thing. It means your brain's dopamine receptors are finally resetting themselves. So use that uncomfortable extra time to execute 3 incredibly basic things. Clean your physical space, dump all your messy thoughts into a journal to get them out of your head, and just plan out your next 2 days. Nothing fancy. You're just manually moving your environment and your mind from chaos straight into clarity. Then we wake up on day 2, and this is where the magic happens. We're transitioning from just thinking about it to executing. The golden rule for day 2 comes down to just one word: 1. You pick just one main goal, not 10 goals, not 5 new habits you want to start. Just one single thing that actually matters to you right now. Maybe that's studying, maybe it's working out, building a specific skill, or creating something. Just pick one.
Once you've got that one goal, you go all in for just a few hours. No multitasking, no switching tabs, no checking your messages. You dive headfirst into deep focus. By doing this without juggling a million other things, you are proving to your brain that you are back in the driver's seat. Remember, you aren't trying to do this perfectly. You're just generating momentum. That friction you feel when you start, that's literally the confusion leaving your body through raw effort.
And here's the best part. Confidence follows. It doesn't come before the action, it happens as a direct result of it. By the end of day 2, as you close your laptop or finish up that workout, you're going to feel something really rare and powerful. Genuine pride. You didn't wait around for clarity to find you, you forced it into existence through your own sweat and effort.
Which brings us to Section 4. Building the consistency skill and becoming the person.
Days 1 and 2 were all about breaking your old patterns. Now on day 3, you stop acting like your old self entirely and you cement that clarity you've just created. You wake up and you ask yourself one very specific question. What would the best version of me do today? And whatever that answer is, you do exactly that. You do it even if it feels incredibly forced. You do it even if you feel like a total imposter, or if it feels entirely fake at first. Just do it.
This completely changes the game on how we view ourselves. We usually think identity is something we're supposed to find on some spiritual retreat somewhere, right? But it isn't. Identity is something you build brick by brick through your daily actions. You wake up on time and you stay disciplined on day 3, not because you magically feel like it, but because that is simply who you are now. Your actions are dictating your new identity.
Look, let's be totally honest with each other here. 3 days is not going to magically fix every single problem in your entire life, but it will absolutely wake you up. It will categorically prove to you that you aren't lazy and you aren't permanently stuck. You are just inconsistent. And consistency, that's a built skill. It's like a muscle you can train. It is absolutely not some innate personality trait that you were just born without.
So here is your challenge. Stop waiting for motivation to hit and stop escaping into your screens. Follow this specific 3-day reset. Day 1, rip out the distractions. Day 2, take massive action on one thing. Day 3, become the person. Build your discipline silently, step by step, and make absolutely no excuses.
We've seen throughout this entire explainer that taking action is the only true source of personal clarity. The map only reveals itself once you actually start driving. So the only question left for you is this. Are you going to keep waiting for a perfect moment that simply doesn't exist? Or will your day 1 start the very second this explainer ends?